welcome to Fandom Reacts, where I react to your favorite content. Today we got Death Battle.
Blade versus Buffy, the Daywalker versus the Vampire Slayer.
Okay.
And it's our job to analyze.
This is going to be very interesting because I haven't seen either of these.
A death battle.
I heard they was bringing Blade back though.
They are known by many names.
Oh, that's supposed to be Alucard from Hellsing.
Vampires. When the moon is out and the night is young, these undead demons are out for blood. Fitting that.
True.
The greatest foe of those who stalk the night is the one who can walk the day. Blade. Is that really his costume? Hang on. Now there's a man who doesn't file his taxes. Blade is one of the coolest superheroes ever, and basically
It's all about that Wesley.
the comic book movie craze. And yet, he is also seemingly the only one who knows or cares that in the world of Marvel, vampires exist. Seriously, nobody talks about this.
Yeah, they don't talk
Blade
about
doesn't
that at
need anyone's
all.
help. He'll just aura farm by himself. Even Blade's birth was hardcore. Just
Really?
as the young Eric Brooks' mother was in labor, her attending doctor turned out to be the vampire Deacon Frost.
No
and
way.
he drank her blood right before she gave birth. This infused Eric with Frost's vampiric blood.
Wow.
Half human, half vampire. A Dampier. Giving him a ton of vampy powers, but none of their weaknesses.
Wait, how can you be half vampire?
Eric would hone these abilities under the tutelage of vampire hunter Jamal Afari, sharpening him into a blade.
Because wouldn't it turn her into a vampire if she bit the mom, and that would turn him into a full vampire?
Demons and cut bullets out of the air. He can keep up with Wolverine, who can deflect
Really?
Cyclops' light speed optic blasts, and his Kevlar DuPont armor helped him take the top of Count Von Stott's castle exploding. He can heal small wounds immediately and sniff out the supernatural with his hypersenses.
Oh, he's got a healing factor too,
His
huh?
fangs can drain his victims of magical energies. After
Nice.
studying the ways of Hong Kong Kung Fu movies, Blade became a master martial artist. Ah, yes, the Rufus from Street Fighter School of Kung Fu. While the only martial art he's been stated to know is Krav Maga, we know
Okay.
he's mastered more. So, for the full scope of his martial arts ability, we'll examine the Blade movies as performed by Wesley Snipes. By looking at Snipes' training and choreography, we know Blade uses Kung Fu, Capoeira, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Eskrima, kickboxing, Shotokan Karate, and Hapkido. Add on Blade's knack for stealthy takedowns, and I guess you could call him Marvel's Batman. Blade's training progressed smoothly until Afari was attacked and had his blood drained by Dracula. Seriously,
Really?
Avengers, Dracula is real. Why aren't you doing anything about this? He's right there.
Guess they got bigger
Forced to murk
threats.
his surrogate dad, Blade would have to wage his war alone, nursing a wound within him that would never heal, a hole that could never be filled. Not with that attitude. Blade took a page out of the Book of Boomstick and tried filling that hole with every kind of weapon imaginable. He's got so many, they're his apartment decorations. Handguns, assault rifles, and explosives make up the brunt of his firepower. And he enjoys getting up close and personal with his dual acid-etched titanium katana. Speaking of glorious Nippon
Yeah, he
steel,
seems like the dude to ride a
sword made out
motorcycle.
of adamantium. Specifically,
Adamantium?
secondary adamantium.
Really?
A variant
What?
of the metal that is mass-producible.
What's
It might not
secondary?
be quite as
What?
strong as Cap's shield, but it can cut right through heavy hitters like Ultron and the Hulk. Naturally,
Okay.
Blade has even more
Cut through the
swords.
Hulk.
His
Wow.
Atlantean ones can slice through magical enchantments. The Word Sword can harm intangible demons, and the Justiciar can slay fallen angels. Yeah, he's got some weird stuff he can pull out of his ass, like a Hellfire shotgun that burns your soul, or hypodermic needles filled with vampire blood. Seems kind of dumb to turn people into vampires, but it
Right.
does make them more vulnerable to Blade's arsenal. All that pales in comparison to the arch weapon of hell in Blade's possession, the breathing gun. It is a living firearm that hisses in the presence of demonic forces. Its sentient bullets chase its victims down.
Wow.
The wounds they cause cannot be healed, and if they get lodged in your body, they'll slowly devour you from the inside out. They can even hurt Hell Lords and even greater threats like the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Blade took everything he had and fought his one-man war for almost 100 years.
100 years?
Hordes
He's
of
old.
vampires while skydiving, infiltrated the Pentagon, and even took on Spider-Man like Miles Morales, who could absorb the energy of a bomb that could destroy Harlem. Blades even bested the spirit of vengeance, Zarathos. And while he occasionally allied with teams like the Avengers, he prefers to work alone. I probably would too if they only cared about me when I was helping them and not ridding the world of, you know, vampires. That, and Blade is scared of what he might do if he loses control, because he does have one classic vampire.
It says survived Hulk throwing him in the sky.
Even more so after he had a daughter.
So he just survived fall damage,
For
essentially.
fear of endangering her. If his bloodlust does overwhelm him, he will enter a berserker rage, skyrocketing his strength at the cost of his sanity. Though it does make him even better at killing vamps, he's made a cottage industry out of whooping Dracula's ass. Dracula is unsurprisingly powerful, capable of summoning a thunderstorm that covered all of Boston with a wave of his hand. Drac apparently didn't hold a grudge, though, since he eventually made Blade the sheriff of vampires, the vampire nation in the ruins of Chernobyl. Amazingly, Dracula has even given Blade some of his own blood, which allows him to shapeshift into multiple forms, like a wolf, a horde of bats, or a cloud of mist. So he can force his way inside your body and blow you up from the inside out, Ant-Man style. What is with you with the Ant-Man? Blade's hatred of vampires is only matched by his hatred of himself. However, when Blade showed signs of vampiric powers, Blade finally found a reason to reconnect with his daughter.
Well, he hates himself because he's a vampire?
Betrayed him a century prior. Even after Blade was possessed by the first vampire ever and tried to take over the planet, Brielle put her dad's teachings to the test, saving both him and the world, and proving that Blade's lonely war need not be so lonely anymore. With his daughter at his side, and also this plant creature pet called Boy Thing, let Marvel's vampires beware. For should they
and they're giving us the full lore, like,
they'll be sure to meet their
his daughter don't even got nothing to do with this, but it's good to know.
In every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness.
Nice.
She is the Slayer. For thousands of years, a new Slayer would be granted incredible powers, and was destined to die young in battle against evil, passing their powers on to the next Slayer, and the next, and so on.
Destined to die?
Until the newest Slayer would change everything. Buffy and Summers. Not exactly the first girl you'd think is the savior of humanity. Buffy's only goal
is that supposed to be the new one?
Words, graduate from high school, go to Europe, marry Christian Slater, and die. But that would all change when the Watcher Merrick appeared and revealed her destiny. Like, total bummer. Merrick trained Buffy in the arts of vampire slaying, and she became so efficient that she burned down her school. Whoops. Forcing her and her mom to move to Sunnydale,
Don't sound that efficient.
To start a new life, far away from any more bloodsuckers and bad makeup. Unfortunately, small problem, Sunnydale just so happened to be right on top of a hell mountain, where the boundary between Earth and Hell is permeable. Yeah, that sounds like the valley, alright. Along with new Watcher Giles, Wallflower Willow, part-time bad boy, part-time sad boy Angel, magical retcon sister Dawn, and Xander.
That girl's from Gossip Girl.
Buffy and her Scooby Gang would battle a never-ending series of monsters. And we mean truly never-ending. Sure, there's the TV show, but Buffy has also been slaying vampires across video games, comics, and 128 novels.
Yo, there's comics of everything. I didn't even know there was novels for this, though.
But we're just crazy enough to speed read them all. Buffy carries a variety of anti-vampire weaponry. There's wooden stakes, of course, sometimes dipped in Gorgon venom that can turn you to stone. Though she's also experienced with axes, swords, quarterstaffs, holy water, just about anything. You said it! When she fought an ancient demon unable to be killed by any weapon forged in his time, Buffy introduced his stupid ass to the 20th century. She's also
stupid ass.
Judo, jujitsu, boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, karate.
Oh, she can fight too?
Tai Chi, Kendo, Capoeira, and Taekwondo.
Wow.
Buffy apparently thinks Hong Kong's Kung Fu movie masters could learn a thing or two. No kidding. Thanks to her Slayer senses, her reflexes are fine-tuned enough to dodge close-range Gatling gun fire, lightning bolts from the sky, and even beams of light. She's kept up with another Slayer, Faith, who can dodge laser beams from point-blank range.
Really?
Buffy's strong enough to bend rebar,
That's
punch
impressive.
this 4.5-ton bat monster into the air, and, smash hard enough to tear apart a building. He can even fight blindfolded. But if she is injured, she heals fast enough to be totally fine by the next episode. One time, Angel sucked out almost all of the blood from her body, and she survived. Doubly impressive
Wow.
since Angel's blood draining also drains magical energy. Yeah, Buffy's own magic makes her weirdly resilient to esoteric attacks, like when she expelled this misty shadow demon trying to possess her body, or when she resisted her soul being ripped apart and scattered across time. Or that time she jumped into a vat of boiling liquid so hot it could reduce people to skeletons, and she was just fine. She might not show physical scars, but she sure has emotional ones. Being the Slayer put a huge burden on
Yeah, there was a lot of love interest on the list, so.
Normally, she felt isolated, forced to internalize the trauma she faced on a daily basis. Sure, she had friends.
Oh, that goes from How I Met Your Mother. Lily.
Like when Angel turned evil after he took her virginity and tried to destroy the world.
Wow.
That must be one of those metaphors. Sometimes the worst enemies are the ones you can't fight and who don't fight back. Made even worse by her having all the memories of the other Slayers bouncing around in her head, dating back to the Stone Age. Buffy has dreamt of every battle a Slayer has ever fought.
Really?
And can call upon those skills in a fight, even subconsciously. But this
She's like the Avatar,
memories of
bro.
their deaths.
Got all their
Countless
past
women
experiences.
violently dying young, a reminder of her inevitable fate. A fate that came to pass when she fought the Hell God Glory. After leaping into Glory's reality-ending interdimensional hole, a
Okay.
glory hole, if you will, Buffy sacrificed herself to save the universe,
Wow.
dying a hero's death.
Really?
It appears my glory hole joke was poorly timed.
Wow.
Finally freed of her unfair earthly responsibilities, Buffy's soul ascended to heaven in perfect bliss.
She died at 20?
Until her friends brought her back to life in the agony of existence.
Oh.
This absolutely crushed Buffy and, ironically, annihilated her will to live. Oh, that's
wow.
rough, Buffy. But with the show renewed for more seasons, she had to nut up and continue her endless crusade
With the
against
show
all
renewed for
things
more
spirit
seasons, you know, she
Buffy's
gotta
battle
come back
for 48
and,
hours straight,
you know,
defeated vampires immune to traditional
deliver.
vampire weaknesses, and destroyed the Sword of Sano, which caused the Great Hanshin earthquake. And of course, both Buffy and her friends have defeated countless immensely powerful demons, like the Queller Demon, which arrived as a meteor.
she beat
and caused
Dracula
the
too.
Tunguska explosion, which destroyed over 2,000.
Yes, Dracula is just the most popular vampire,
which caused
so.
a storm that blanketed
That's why I have all
Los
these
Angeles.
vampire
She's also a
Slayer
match for
dealings.
Angel, who survived a blast that could rupture a continental shelf and took hits from Whistler, whose magic contained a bomb that could vaporize London. She even faced off against the first evil, literally the embodiment of all evil that predates reality itself. Forced into battles against stronger and stronger baddies, Buffy clearly needed something to even the odds. The, Slayer safe. It's actually a Bardiche. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna say it. This thing is bullshit. Containing the essence of Buffy's Slayer powers and created to defeat ancient demons.
Counterpart
The scythe
to
can deflect magical
Excalibur.
projectiles and
Wow.
slice through just about anything.
Oh, that must be
Ghosts,
really strong.
magic, even space itself, destabilizing reality in the process. Even Silas, the devourer of worlds.
Okay.
Kinda like Galactus, but instead of chomping on planets, he eats the multiverse. And there goes his head. The scythe is easily the most powerful.
Yo, she's stronger than Blade, bruh.
In effect, attaining it completed Buffy, as though it were a piece of her she never knew was missing. With the
Wow.
scythe, Buffy was finally whole.
But she's
Being
overpowered.
the Slayer was no longer a burden, but a purpose. And by sharing her Slayer powers with thousands of girls around the world, they all teamed up and kicked the first evil's ass. Suddenly, the always isolated Buffy had thousands of shoulders to lean on. A
Okay.
sisterhood of Slayers. And
Cool.
thousands more reasons for any wannabe demon conqueror to stay away from Earth. Because unless you want to get your blood all over her stylish yet affordable boots, you'll steer clear of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities. It's time for a live
Y'all,
action death battle!
I haven't seen either of these, but honestly, I'm rooting for Buffy. I think she's gonna win. Keep it real. But her feats are just too much. Like, she over here murking like multiversal people, like people who eat galaxies and stuff, like dimensions. Like, come on now. Oh, so that scene from the beginning wasn't like a little skit. Like that's gonna be the fight. They're getting more and more like interesting with like the scenarios.
They were kids long before they had a name for kids. And now, starved, hunted, forgotten. You have waited long enough. Tonight,
Wow.
we remember who we were.
This might be the most creative one I've ever seen from them.
We take back what was always ours.
It's like a movie.
Tonight, we feast.
You like, who you touching, boy?
It's just the start.
Oh my gosh. Nice. He's like, stop the music. Wait, they finna have a vampire fight first? Oh no, he like, turn the music back up. Wow. Woo! Yo, is this how Blade was moving in the movie? Oh my gosh. Oh no, that's clean. Wait, so they both gonna team up to fight the vampires? So why they gonna fight each other? Bro, threw him. Oh my gosh. Bro, she kicked the arrow in for good measure, bro. You gonna catch it. Oh, team up. Okay, nice, nice. You gonna slam her? Woo! Through the S. Okay. And you got his gadgets. Yeah, like, you know, they don't like sunlight. That was smart. But like, thanks. I thought he was in front of her. That's the other one. Oh, she's a vampire now. Yeah, she gotta go. Bye. Too late. Is that when she's gonna stop him? Woo. Wait. Wait, why is...
She was just a kid. Not anymore.
Okay, so it's a morality argument, right? And she didn't want to be a vampire, she just got bit, and she's a kid, and he's like, well, I don't care, like, it doesn't matter. Okay. I like that little intro scenario before the fight. Woo! Choreography going... Oh my gosh, he used a jacket though? No, that's fire. Yeah. I'm gonna get a sword fight too? Camera angles going crazy. Yo, they must have put a lot of money into this. Bro, you see what she did? Oh my... Bro, she pulled that like Captain America Bucky scene from Winter Soldier, like they did with the knife. He like, you ain't know I was Blade? Ooh. Oh my gosh. Nah, she gonna come back though. Oh my... You're in the stall. Woo! Okay. But she got more weapons though, bro. It's not gonna be that simple. She about to weave. She about to weave. Ugh. Mr. Rhett. Oh, no. Wow. Wow, you got her. I don't remember. Does she have a healing factor? Like, now we're throwing hands. Like, come here. Uh-oh. Glasses come off. Woo! Use your surroundings. Do what you gotta do. Nice. Woo! Yeah, it was that bullet that follows you. That was smart. I mean, he's definitely winning so far. But I think she's gonna come back.
Another sword.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I ain't gonna lie, she losing the close oh my gosh. Nah, he really violated her right now. Damn. Come on, Buffy. Don't close your eyes. Yeah, I was about to, man, come on, that scythe is different, man. Weave. Ooh! Man. It's over. Oh my gosh. Got his head cut off, I knew it. Damn. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was telling y'all, like, she too strong. Like, who she was beating was too much. And the only thing that killed her was, like, some different realm. Like she was too strong. I knew it.
Surprised. I figured with Blade's many years of comic book history.
Yeah, but his feats weren't that crazy, though.
Buffy is actually in more comics.
Like, in one of his highest feats is, like, getting thrown and surviving by fall damage from the Hulk. Like,
more significant explosions.
Right.
Sure, Blade's strong and all, but he isn't literally fucking buildings apart like Buffy. Scaling to the monsters they fought, compare Dracula creating a storm that covered Boston to the Sorrow Demon creating a storm that covered Los Angeles. A city over 5 times larger. You might be able to compare Blade to Spider-Man like Miles, who absorbed a bomb that could blow up Harlem, but that's significantly weaker than Whistler containing a blast that could wipe out London. They could both dodge light beams, but that doesn't keep Buffy from taking the overall edge in stats. Blade's used to being the odd man out, though, so his versatility is just as important. With Blade's numerous powers and massive arsenal, he certainly could have overwhelmed the more straightforward Buffy. Machine guns and magic swords are generally gonna beat out crossbows and morning stars. Not to mention, he actually wears armor. Also, Blade's faster healing factor and immunity to traditional vampire weaknesses kept Buffy on the back foot for a time. Blade wins versatility, but when it comes to skill, Buffy's got plenty of experience fighting armed opponents barehanded. Both of them were masters of a similar number of martial arts. And Blade has been kicking vampire ass for a century, way longer than Buffy's even been alive. While Blade may have more personal experience, Buffy's ability to draw on Slayer battles dating back...
Right, she's like the Avatar, man. She got all the past experience, like, but she stays in the Avatar state, basically.
Both had weapons and abilities so powerful, they could end the fight instantly, regardless of all else. They're trump cards.
Right.
Fortunately for Buffy,
they've never used this category before, trump cards.
Withstanding Blade draining her energy with his bite? Check. Resisting the Hellfire shotgun destroying her soul? Check. Preventing Blade turning to mist and exploding her from the inside out? Check. Meanwhile, Blade had no way to survive, save Buffy's Gorgon venom turning into stone. And even with the deadly and just plain gross breathing gun, Blade did not have anything as potent as the Slayer sight.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be one of the main factors, too.
Or use its space-cutting ability to slice through his unbreakable adamantium sword. Don't believe us? Even Wolverine's adamantium skeleton was cut in half when a portal closed on top of him. That's the same kind of thing. And Wolverine's beta adamantium skeleton is a much tougher version of the same metal. Oh, and since the Scythe could kill Silas, a multiverse devouring gun.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That feat right there was like, okay, like, he stands no chance.
Over the Daywalker. Really thought Blade had a chance, but Buffy sure put a damn fear on things. The winner is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Next time on Death Battle.
Is that Ghost Rider? Final Fantasy?
Subscribe and join as a member to see.
Okay, it was Final Fantasy.